Hi, and welcome to this video tour of Whois with DomainTools. You may wonder why a video tour of Whois? Isn't it a pretty simple concept? The answer is that Whois with DomainTools is much more than just a static Whois entry for a domain. DomainTools has been a leader in domain and DNS research for over 10 years, with the world's largest database of Whois, DNS, and related data. That's why lots of folks in various investigative roles have come to rely on DomainTools for lots of different kinds of investigations. By the way, if you're a long-time DomainTools user, you'll see that we've made some important enhancements to this fundamental tool. Whether you're chasing cybercriminals, researching domains for your own use, keeping an eye on your competitors, or any number of other activities, your quest often begins by entering a domain name in the search box and looking over the information returned by DomainTools. Something to keep in mind, by the way, is that the Whois page will look different to you depending on whether you are a subscribing member of DomainTools and are logged in, or are a guest or non-logged in user. But for now, let's look at what you'll see when you are logged in. If you've never had a DomainTools membership, this will give you a good sense of what's available to our professional and enterprise members. So in our example, I've used our own name, DomainTools.com, as the domain I'm researching. This table at the center of the page here shows you the key data about the domain, whether it's registered, when it was registered, by whom, etc. But notice that we include a lot of additional information, which often isn't available from ordinary Whois services, like how many other domains are associated with the registrant of the domain, how many historical Whois records we have, where the website is hosted, and how many other domains are hosted there. Notice that some of these rows in the table have this icon. That's a cue that you can then pivot your investigation to learn more based on that data point. You can browse the historical Whois records. You can see what other domains DomainTools LLC has registered, or you can find out what those other domains on the same IP address are. There are others that work the same as these too, but you get the idea. Lots of potential jumping off points for you. This section tells you about the domain's web profile, the website title, SEO terms, search rankings, links, all things that can help you assess questions like, is this a legitimate domain? Does its profile match what I'd expect based on what I already know about it? Sometimes users want to see the official Whois record, that familiar piece of text that came right from the Whois server. We've put it right here below the table. Now, it may be that for your particular research, you don't need the website profile info, for example. You can collapse that section so that you just have the information most important to you right in front of you all the time. In addition to pivoting your exploration from certain rows of the table, the way I described a second ago, there are other things you can do right from the Whois results page. We've grouped the tools in this area so you can jump right to them. Besides the reverse and historical lookup tools, you can set up monitors on different aspects of the domain, the registrant, the IP address, the name servers, or the domain status itself. And there's a handy way to monitor by all fields as well. You can look at a screenshot of the main page of the domain, and you can also see historical screenshots. If the screen has a lot of scroll to it, by the way, by clicking the screenshot, you can see the full length of the page. You can visit the website for the domain if it has one up and running, or you can begin the process of seeking to acquire the domain. Now, I mentioned that some of the things you can do from the Whois page are premium tools for our professional or enterprise customers. Let's take a look at this page as seen by a guest or a member who is not yet logged in. Most of the initial information you see is pretty similar to what we just looked at, but some of the important research tools require you to be logged in. The history tools, Whois history, screenshot history, and hosting history. The reverse tools, which show you the other domains connected to the registrant IP address or name server. And monitoring tools are in this category too. These research tools are very powerful and are often necessary for the kinds of deep investigations our customers do every day. If you're not already a DomainTools professional or enterprise member, sign up for a membership or a free trial to find out for yourself how much you can learn with the research products we've assembled on top of our largest in the world database of domain information. So to recap what we've seen, our Whois page is much more than a static Whois lookup. It's the launchpad for your investigation, and you can use key data points to propel your investigation forward with our research tools. DomainTools Whois page gives more comprehensive information about the domain than ordinary Whois pages. It's a fact-packed, easy-to-understand profile of a domain. And, as a professional or enterprise member, you have deep research access into the world's largest database of domain-related information. I hope you've enjoyed this video tour of Whois from DomainTools. Thanks for joining us, and happy exploring!